If your life sucks and you're going through a tough time right now, then these are 5 proven methods to be happier throughout your day-to-day life. A year and a half ago, I was in college, and every day I'd hang out with my friends for hours at a time, and I'd be able to go to the gym every college day. It was genuinely the best time period of my life. But then I dropped out, and I was pretty much alone, apart from people who I talked to online. And I also couldn't go to the gym anymore because I had to pay bus fares now, which were way too expensive for me. So I'd pretty much lost the 2 things that made me happiest: hanging out with my friends and going to the gym. And then on top of that, I ended up getting a job as a kitchen porter, washing up dishes. It was a very long job and I wasn't really happy. Then back in March 2025, 4 months ago, a new gym opened in my area, just 5 minutes from my house. And all of a sudden I could start going to the gym and exercising again. So I did that and I just felt so much better. I've lost all the weight that I gained over those few months that I weren't training. I've built all my muscle back, I'm training to join the Army Reserve. And that's all because of a few certain things that I started doing. So, of course, number 1, based on this story, is start exercising. Exercising just makes you feel so much happier because you're losing so much weight, you're getting in better shape. It puts you in such a good mind space. And it also clears your mind. It basically gets rid of all that fog in your brain. And a study showed that people who exercise are over 2.2 times happier than those who don't. So it makes a massive difference without really much effort. Of course it's difficult in the beginning, but you get used to it. And eventually it starts to feel fun even. And especially if you can exercise with friends, it adds that social element to it and it becomes so much more fun. I also talk to the gym staff when I'm in there. I talk to random people who are exercising. So I'm improving my social ability as well. I'm talking and connecting to people. So that makes me feel happier. I pretty much walk out of the gym every day just smiling because I've just talked to someone and I've had a great workout. So I'd very much recommend going to the gym, training, and even running. I feel great after running. It's called a runner's high. You feel super happy after a good run. And this is also because you're doing something productive with your time, and you know that. And you know you're going to end up in a better place in a few months' time or a few years' time. And when you're older, you won't have as many problems. You'll be able to move a lot easier. You know, no back problems or anything. So going to the gym will completely change your life and make you feel so happy all the time. So go to the gym. And that leads me on to number 2. Find your purpose. Find some kind of productive work that benefits the world. Like maybe starting a business that you know will help others. Or even, working towards helping a charity or your local church. Find some kind of purpose, the reason that you were put on this earth. Try to find a way to contribute to the world and make it a better place. And when you do that, you'll find that you're so much happier because you're helping other people rather than just being selfish and just helping yourself. For me, my purpose is making these YouTube videos and teaching you lessons that I'm learning in my life. And that makes me fulfilled, that makes me happier, because I know that my videos are benefiting people and making their lives better. I've had people contact me and say that my videos have really helped them in their life, helped them to improve. And when you see something like that, a message that you've helped someone, they're grateful for you, it makes you feel so good about yourself and it just puts you in a great mood. Maybe your purpose isn't something like starting a business or running a YouTube channel. Maybe it's just something simple but still helpful, like trying to make your town a cleaner place, going around picking up rubbish, hiring others to help you to make your town cleaner. Just find some kind of purpose that brings you fulfillment and makes you happier. Number 3, religion. This is very new for me because 3 weeks ago I started researching Christianity. I started reading the Bible every day, 2 chapters. I started praying every night, and I started going to church once a week. And my life has improved so much because of it. I went to this church and the people there were so friendly, so welcoming. On my first day I had about 8 people come up and welcome me. And afterwards we got drinks and had a chat, and it was a great experience. I felt like I'd found my second home or something. I've never got along with strangers as well as I did when I was in that church. And of course, religion also very much benefits your life because you believe that there's a God that cares about you, a loving father that wants to see you succeed in life, and he's doing everything he can to help you achieve your goals and succeed. I found that very comforting to know, and it also makes you not struggle as much during the difficult parts of your life, because you believe that everything that happens in your life is a part of God's plan, even the bad things. So if something bad happens to you, you assume that this is God giving you a challenge to improve in your life, and it's happening to benefit you. So overall you feel less bad about the experience because you know it's all a part of this big plan to turn you into your best self, God's version of you that he wants you to become. And this kind of ties into number 4, which is start going to social events. When I started going to this church, I started feeling a great sense of community. Suddenly I had loads of people around me with similar beliefs, similar values, and rather than being all alone, sheltered to yourself, you've got people to talk to and have fun with. I'm also currently in the process of joining a pool team at my local pub. I really enjoy playing pool. It's one of my favourite games. I'm always playing it with my friends. So I'm joining a competitive club so that I can play it more often. In life, as soon as you become an adult, you're kind of told you're not really supposed to have fun. You're supposed to work, be mature and everything. But you shouldn't cut out fun from your life, because if you do, you're just not going to be happy. If you don't want to be depressed like all the other adults, just keep some kind of fun activity in your life that you do just maybe once a week. You don't have to do it often if you've got, a packed schedule and you're very busy, but just at least once a week, do something that you enjoy. Otherwise, you're not going to be happy. And of course, if you've got a few friends, just contact them and start asking them to meet up more. Today, me and my friends just walked around the town centre for about 4 hours. We went to the pub to play some pool. We were just joking the whole time, laughing, talking, and we had a great time. And when you do stuff like that, meet up with your friends often, you'll just feel happy. Number 5, optimism versus pessimism. Optimism is where you view the whole world in this positive light, and you're very hopeful about the future, you're hopeful about humanity, and you're just happy about everything. Whereas pessimism is where you view everything in a negative light. You have negative views about your future. It's so dumb to think about. But you view other people in a very negative light as well. You don't see the good in people, you don't see the good in the world, and you're just sitting in your little miserable bubble. And back in school and college, I was an optimist. I was very hopeful about everything, hopeful about the future. I tried to stay happy all the time. When something bad happened, I'd stay happy. And I'd view it in a positive light. Like, this will make me a better person, this will make me stronger. And I had this friend who was a pessimist. Now, he called it realism. But he'd just view everything negatively, the whole world. And he'd say it's realism because, he's being realistic about the world. It's a bad place, it's terrible. Now, it probably wouldn't surprise you that this friend of mine was very unhappy all of the time. Because when you're stuck inside this bubble of negativity, of course you're not going to be happy yourself. Especially when you're listening to stuff like emo and rap music. Stuff that's 95% screaming rather than music. But hey, maybe humanity is screwed if people are thinking like this. But yeah, I hope this video helped you to become happier, Just give it time. If you commit to these habits and these methods, you will become happier. I'm living proof of that. I'm a very happy person all the time. And a few months ago I wasn't in a good place, but now I very much am. I'm just happy all the time. I walk around the street just smiling for no reason. But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if it helped you, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Check out this one here. Goodbye.